Good evening and welcome to the school committee meeting of Monday, February 24th. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll move on to the acceptance of the minutes for the meeting of February 10th.
Motion to approve minutes of February 10th, 2025.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Nothing under audience. We'll move to reports. For financial reports, we have for the school department, Rockland High School student activities, Rogers Middle School student activities, and food services.
4 motions to approve. 4 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Under building rental report, anything to add? I like to see how busy the buildings are always. Do we have anything to add on that?
Looks
No?
very busy.
Okay, we'll keep going. On to the school newsletter for Rockland High School. We thank them for putting it together. It looked great. Anything to add? Nope. Okay.
It was nice.
We'll go right on to old business for completed fundraisers. Okay, we have for the class of 2025-2026, Cupcake Charlie's. They ended up they raised $462. I think that was all. Just the one?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. And then we will go to,
You can skip ahead and then come back.
thank you.
Sure.
We'll go on to new business and come back to old business. We have new fundraisers. Let's see, we have Eston Packs, the fun run during gym classes, purpose to raise funds for school assemblies, technology, and field trips. Another for Eston Pack is Ryan's Amusement. 20% will be given back to the school pack to raise funds for the same school technology, assemblies, and field trips. And then we have for the class of 2029, which sounds a bit shocking to say, but they're going to do an online clothing apparel, raise funds for grade 8 students by selling Rockland Bulldog apparel. And the girls' tennis team is doing cash calendars. They're selling calendars for $10 for a chance to win cash each day of the month. The Rockland High School Boosters is doing a mattress fundraiser. And they're going to do that as a one-day sale. And is that on March 22nd?
Yes.
Just to advertise,
Yep.
the fundraiser is on March 22nd. And the high school athletic boosters will do the Harlem Wizard basketball game. The Wizards will play against RPS staff to raise money to support student athletes, gear, and equipment. And that is on March 26th. So,
Two more.
oh yeah, I had it folded. WRPS, Rockland's Got Talent. For 2025 talent show showcasing RHS students to raise funds for WRPS Scholarship Fund and the WRPS Music Department. And then the class of 2027 is doing seniors last day goodie bags. Senior parents order goodie bags. All seniors will receive one, but parents have options to add extra. And that's all.
Right, so that's 8 motions for approval. 8 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Okay. Let's go on to, should I keep going on to new business? Do you need a minute?
I do not.
Okay, so we'll go back to old business and do capital requests.
Thank you. My apologies for not projecting this.
That's okay.
On the top of the spreadsheet is the $1,950,000 that the committee approved a few weeks ago for capital requests. We've had further meetings with the town and with Mark Shum from maintenance and Tim Wells from the IT department, and we're making adjustments to what's headed as the 2/3/25 free cash request. And we've reduced our request from 1.9 million to $230,000. The top two, the high school, the middle school, high school HVAC controllers and software, and the middle school, high school lights are something the town is looking to explore grant funding for. through Mass Save. These two are critical things that need to be done, but we're looking at alternative funding sources. Both the high school, middle school rooftop HVAC and the Eston School electrical upgrade is something else that we're working with the town to potentially combine with the high school, with the town hall upgrades, and to see if we could potentially go out to bid collectively for those. The F-350 pickup truck, we have withdrawn this request and replaced it below with the sidewalk machine and sander. We all experienced what we experienced the last few weeks, and worked with Mr. Taylor, our maintenance department, and our head custodial staff to identify, especially some tricky areas where the equipment that we currently have does not work at Phelps. It just can't get in between some of the security barriers that are up at Phelps, creating some slippery conditions. So we actually want to get a sidewalk plow. We purchased one for the highway department several years ago, and now we want to purchase one for our own property. It'll primarily be used for the Phelps in the middle school, high school complex. We don't see the need for it at the at the Eston School. So we reduced that, and then so the sidewalk plow was $30,000, and the $10,000 is for our own maintenance department to have its own sander attachment on the back of one of our existing pickup trucks. So that was the shift from the $80,000 pickup to the sidewalk machine and the sander. We have also, and we're a little back and forth on this one, but with the Chromebooks and the IT needs, we reduced this from $200,000 to $100,000. We are getting a little additional end-of-life utilization out of our Chromebooks this year. So we're hopeful that that's going to be able to carry us through. And then the $90,000 in the lease agreement and those are for our vans. And again, that's down from $135,000 last year because we purchased the vehicle and added an additional driver, which is, this stays steady from what you voted previously. So the actual capital request is the $230,000, and then in addition, we're looking at $270,000 for out of district costs, but looking to add the 100 that we saved from the Chromebooks and add that to potentially to the out of district costs for next year. So technically you don't need to vote this because it's a lower number than what you did before, but before Dr. Carn and I went to the capital planning committee and had any further discussions with the town, we felt it was important to come and let you know that we have significantly reduced our requests from the town, and we just wanted to keep you apprised of it. There's no action required on your behalf. And the two things that we're really most concerned about are the middle school and the high school HVAC controllers, because it's actually the software that controls everything's, like we were talking about cars, everything is now electronic, and the software is starting to get a little bit quirky on our heating, and programming our heating systems has become a little bit more problematic, and we're having to come back in on weekends and times off to make corrections to the heating system, manually override the heating system. Very similar with the middle school and the high school lights, we're having to come back in during programming times to override the system. So even though these two have slipped off, they're still extremely important in the event that the town is unable to secure the grant that they're asking. It is something that we still very much need to go, both of them are two items that we very much need to go forward with.
Okay.
So we just wanted to let you know.
I don't have any questions. I was going to make a comment. It seems like there's a lot of collaboration with the town, and just thank you to everybody on our side and on their side for doing that.
Yeah, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
So,
I know we don't have to vote, but obviously when these go to the town meeting, it is all endorsed by, recommended by the school committee. I just didn't know if you wanted us to revote or if we're good.
I don't think at this time, there's no reason to vote, perhaps, because again, this is moving, and as Dr. Cron said, we're trying to make ends meet, and these are some of the levers that we're pulling with an eye towards the FY26 budget, and we're still, having discussions about that. I think what might be a better idea is for us to hold it in conjunction with the FY26 public hearing that we're having, and we can discuss it again then, and then perhaps vote at the next meeting, when this is all done. I just wanted to keep you and the public in the loop as to what we're doing with an eye towards the FY26 budget.
Thank you. Full of transparency. I agree with Dr. Small that I think that it's impressive that we try to work with the town, and that we do believe that this is one town and it's one pie, and we all need to get along so that we all get part of the money and not just one side or the other. So it is interesting that we handle it like adults. Anyone else have anything? Okay. So we will move on from that, and we'll go back to new business for approval of updated bullying policy.
Thank you. There are some changes in the legislation and the DESE policy regarding bullying in schools, and the highlighted language has been added. There's really nothing of tremendous substance to the additions. It's sort of a formality as a school committee to vote, because it's in place already, so we have to comply, and so we're just asking for you to vote to approve it.
Okay. Any questions? No? All right.
And motion to approve the updated bullying policy. Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Thank you. We'll move to Dr. Cron's superintendent report.
Thank you very much. Very brief tonight. Just want to wish all of our winter teams good luck. Hockey, girls basketball played tonight. Boys basketball and wrestling, and I think we have some track folks who are involved as well. So good luck to all of them. Go Dogs. And just a quick mention of our flags are at half-mast, and they're at half-mast throughout the year for various reasons, usually ordered by the governor. Former President Carter's passing, the flags were at half-mast for quite a long time. They are currently at half-mast for a current state representative who passed away. Her name is Carol Doherty, who I knew personally, and I'm very good friends with her husband. And I bring this up only because, to me, she was an incredible public servant. She began as a teacher. She was elected to leadership position in the union in her school district. She then became the president of the Massachusetts Teachers Association. She was the president of the MTA. She was a member of the school committee, and then she became a state representative. But in her heart, I think she was a teacher, and she was a servant. And I think in this time, it's very important to remind ourselves and remind our kids, and all of you are great examples of this, that when we serve others, it's important. It's an important part of being, I think, a happy and successful human being in 2025. And she was amazing, and she will be missed. And again, I'm very good friends with her husband, so I know how difficult it is for him. And seeing our flags at half-mast just again reminds me of the importance of service, and not to lose that sometimes money and other things become our priorities, but I think service not only serves others, but it gives back. And you're, again, examples of that. And just want to thank Carol Doherty for her service. And that's all I have tonight.
Okay, thank you. We'll go start with the left. Yes.
So I think, I haven't done this in a while, but I would be remiss as a pediatrician if I didn't mention, how much illness we're seeing right now, and how many different viruses are around. We're seeing a lot of flu. So just reminding everybody to, check in with their pediatricians if you're not vaccinated against the flu, to consider it. And lots of good hand washing to prevent the spread of illnesses, and when your kids are sick, to please keep them home and help them recoup at home, to just kind of keep everybody in school as healthy as they can be.
Thank you.
I second, third, fourth that. Please, no passing of germs. I was going to have no announcements, but just congratulations to all the winter sports that made postseason. A lot of good, also individual performances from track and wrestling. So go Dogs, and look forward to spring registration opening. That's it.
Thank you.
The only thing I'd read was about the Semsba.
Yeah.
Yes, and congrats to all the kids that made Semsba. I remember auditioning as well, and it's an amazing day of music and other musicians. So
Yeah.
congratulations and enjoy. Can't wait.
All right. And I have nothing to add. I have nothing written down. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a wrap. Thank you.